Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is Andor, Episode 3, The Reaction.
Episode 1.3, because nothing much has happened yet, so it better.
Stuff has happened. It's just the way that this is structured makes it... Like stuff has happened, but the structure of these 3 episodes is one pilot story.
Yeah.
It's been strange. I kind of wish they had just put it out as one episode and made it a 10 episode first season.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have minded one long episode to get us going.
No.
Just because where they dropped the credits in this one episode that they've turned into 3, very strange.
It is odd. Both times it was odd, it was jarring, and I didn't like it. And I'm glad that they dropped them all on the same day, so at least we're not waiting in between.
Yes.
But still having the breaks in the middle, I think was unnecessary. It should have just been an episode. Because they're going to have to do something big to actually incite what's going to happen next with the show.
Which is why we're watching episode 3. And at the end of this episode, we are going to determine whether or not they did a good job hooking us on day 1.
Yeah.
I really hope the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Because I like Cassian Andor. I like Bex. I hate Bex's boyfriend. I really hope he gets hit by a speeder.
Wow.
I like the world. I like the visuals. I like the music. I just find the structure strange.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's consistently the very last moment of each episode.
Yeah.
The last scene leaves it on like a wham.
Yeah, very jarring. I don't like how they're doing that, but we've got episode 3 here, and if you want to watch the full reaction, you can do so over on patreon.com/nerdynightly.
That is right. All right, let's do this. I just find it strange that they introduced Skarsgård's character by being like, he's just going to sit there and listen to someone talk about working. I know I said in the last episode reaction, but I was like...
Very weird.
All right.
This intro is still very cool.
Yeah, I love it. I almost kind of wish they just didn't put the, Star Wars intro in front of it. Because back-to-back, it's a bit much.
Yeah. This is far more interesting. We know it's Star Wars.
The question is, are they yellow alien people?
Or are they yellow
sick?
because, yeah. That was my thought, exactly.
Because I thought that they were aliens until that last episode said that there was a mining disaster on this planet, right? And
I
that
think
it's
we
toxic.
saw the mining disaster.
Right, but then are these kids just immune? Or is the mining disaster an empirical lie? Is Sheev doing something?
Oh, Sheev's always doing something.
Do you think Sheev's in the show? I would love some Sheev time.
I doubt it.
I could see him in a video message, the way they did him in Vader.
Mm-hmm.
I love the thing they've kept consistent across all of Star Wars is that the screens never make any sense.
Yeah. They're like, don't worry about it.
Wow, that is a cool shot.
A staircase droid.
Yeah.
Wild. It was designed to be stepped on.
So was I. Oh, I love the inspiration from the LAAT transports from the prequels.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Tell Marva that I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you that.
No.
No, I dig that. That all makes sense.
Yeah. That's why it's so sad.
The shipyard where they landed must just be the only place to land.
Mm.
I just thought that they were about to be he was here earlier, and they didn't do that, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
This makes a lot more sense.
He can take care of himself.
Who? How do you know what we're talking about? How could you?
Micah, what is going on?
I can't believe you do that.
Yeah, you fucked up, bud.
Yeah.
So which is it?
That was smooth.
He's practiced.
Why would I go anywhere with you? Don't you want to fight these bastards for real?
That was so cool.
Yeah, well done.
His ease with that gum. Oh. Getting the band back together. No one will understand that reference.
You stop! I said stop! You look scared, girl.
Everyone's running.
Yeah.
Maybe he's force sensitive.
Rule number 2, build your exit on your way in. Brace yourself.
He's ice cold.
Truly.
Let's go. Oh my god. Yeah, but it's all of his money, right? It's all he's got. Nice. Teamwork makes the dream work. Oh.
Oof. That was set up so well.
Yeah. That was a really fun way of, like, having a blaster fight that's just a little bit different and, like, new. That was cool. You only have 12 guys. Why would you leave 2 of them to watch some random woman in the street?
Yeah.
Like, I get she's the main character, but...
They don't know that.
What have you done to her? You stop right there. She's bleeding! I'm telling you to stop.
Fuck. They really killed him
just-
for no reason.
Yeah, and then left her there.
Handcuffed
Handcuffed to the wall.
Why are you just shooting at people?
They're the bad guys. In case you didn't realize.
Yeah, but they're real bad at it.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh, what did he do?
That's when you really want to start to fret.
What happens then?
Fuck around and find out.
Drop the weapon.
How many are you?
I'll kill him.
12, 14. A dozen men, 2 officers.
Well, damn, you buckled easily, dude. All that bluff and bluster and no spine. I'm shocked.
Sounds like the Empire.
Bruce.
Yep.
Oh, no! Ah! Oh! It's gonna be right at Disney World next year. The only problem with this plan is it puts all of the citizens in danger.
Yeah. Yeah. But they also kind of seem to be on the same page.
Yeah.
In a sense, at least.
They seem ready for the fight. But...
Yeah.
Oh! This is tense. I'm liking this.
This is very well done.
Oh!
He is cold.
He's so fucked.
Yep.
His boss was like, don't worry
like,
about it.
Don't.
And now he got like 7 people killed.
Yeah.
Plus him and his men murdered civilians in the street who were unrelated, as far as they know.
And I bet you they're just gonna leave that woman handcuffed. Bix.
I'm not happy the guy's dead.
No,
You know what I mean? Like he's
I'm not like,
a shitty
"Yeah."
narc. So like I'm still like, it sucks that he died.
It's one of those things where, in a way, it's his own fault.
Actions have consequences.
We need to get out of here!
Not so horny for justice now, are you, dude?
Yeah. Sexy.
Ooh, that's slick. Oh, that was their ship.
Oh, that he
It
stored.
was the ship he was rescued in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, that should have just been one like 90-minute episode because
Right?
that is the pilot. That is the
10,000%.
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't need to add the breaks in between.
Because they're
People
entirely arbitrary.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they don't build tension in a way like some people like if you're doing episodes, you strategically end it to build tension or to make a point or things like that, and they were just they didn't matter
To make a final statement on a theme or to
Yeah.
but like that, all of that was the final statement on the theme. That was the
Exactly.
setting up the future. That was the building of the tension. That was
It
introducing the
was
show.
the resolution of the past in a sense. Obviously his sister and
And
what happened to all of them is still open, but
I wonder, this might be a crazy thing. I wonder if it is nothing to do with storytelling, because I think that the Tony Gilroy, I think the people who made the show know. I wonder if it's an algorithm thing. I wonder if there is a set number of minutes that like some algorithm on the streaming service tells them these episodes have to be to like fit some kind of metric, because the arbitrary placement of the episode breaks feels entirely unrelated to storytelling.
yeah.
It feels entirely tied to something about the streaming element of it, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But as a one piece, those 3 episodes together as one thing,
It's one thing, great.
fantastic.
Yes.
Individually kind of structured bizarrely.
Yeah. And I don't understand why, like, I think people would have been fine with, like, a movie length, like, 90-minute pilot for something. Like,
You could have cut. There's some in the
Yes.
first episodes. There's you could get this down to an
an hour
long.
15.
Maybe an hour 10 pilot, but like,
Yeah. But that's, like,
or hour
fine.
5. Like
That's
the
not-
last episode of Rings of Power was an hour and 6 minutes.
Well, I
right?
was going to say, there are other shows out there, and the length of them is 1 hour plus change, right? And like, I think that the fans would be okay with that. Andor's been anticipated, and especially with, like, with the buzz around it, with the preview, like, I think people would have watched it regardless of it being a set 35. Like, why?
I don't know. I don't get it literally at all, because that was fantastic. Like, I loved that.
Yeah, that was great.
There's a couple of things, kind of like Obi-Wan, where I love Obi-Wan. There's a couple of like story decisions in that show that I find a little clunky.
Yeah.
This has a couple of clunky story decision moments.
Yeah.
But other than like those little things that ultimately don't matter to me, because I care more about the theme and the character progression than I do about that kind of like A to B to C stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter to me as much as like what does it mean and how are the performances and how are these characters progressing. There is a progression for almost all of these characters just in like individual scenes. Like the writing of the scenes is so good. The scene with Fiona Shaw when she's like, the moment you have to really worry about is when it stops.
Yeah.
This is a reckoning. Like that whole scene, I wish I knew the exact lines, but that scene was riveting. The cut back to her crying was a gut wrench, and just the transition from young her carrying him to old her saying goodbye to him. There's no dialogue between those two scenes.
Yeah.
But it's the moment she found this boy and the moment she realizes she might never see him again and that this is kind of the end of their journey together. And the like single cut there is incredible. Like that is such good emotional storytelling. I loved it.
It's very powerful. Well done. Yeah.
And it's I wish that we didn't have this conversation about like what is going on with this episode structure, because the show is really good.
Yeah, I agree. It is unfortunate.
It just doesn't feel like television anymore.
No.
Streaming has started to feel like visual, like content, and I hate that it feels like content.
Yeah.
I just want it to feel like I want where the episodes end to be just based on where the story goes.
Yeah.
Like Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
Stranger Things season 4. We haven't watched it yet because we're
I
behind.
gotta catch up.
And we're gonna start doing that on Sunday. Stranger Sunday's coming in October, but we're gonna do an episode a week, starting with episode 201 on October 2nd. So tune in next Sunday. But Stranger Things, the finale of season 4, they're like, yeah, it's 2.5 hour episode, and nobody cared because it works,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This should not have been 3 episodes. It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
It put
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm a little bit frustrated by that.
Yeah.
Because maybe they thought that it was going to come out weekly and they needed 12 weeks. Like maybe Disney Plus was like, we need 3 months worth of Wednesday Andors. And then once they saw it, they were like, no. We can't put these out weekly because nothing happens in episode 1.
Yeah.
And it's strange. It's strange, but it's so good.
Yeah, I wonder if moving forward, the ends of episodes will feel less meaningless or feel more meaningful, like, depending on what... Anyways, that aside, this is a really cool story that I'm excited to watch unfold. I hope we go back to that planet.
Ferrix.
It felt lived in and it felt real and it felt like, I don't know, there was a lot of depth there that I really appreciated.
And a lot of cool characters. I like Bex a lot. Yeah. I think she's rad.
Yeah. So I wonder how that will come into play because all of those characters felt important. And so I just can't imagine that they won't be in the rest of it at all, but who knows?
Well, and like, you've told this story about how Bex is dating this guy who then calls the police on, I'm assuming her ex. I feel like her and Cassian dated at some point.
Yeah,
Might be wrong.
Maybe.
But at least a close friend that she has this connection to. Mm-hmm. And then she sleeps with him, and then the next day he dies in front of her. And I'm like, there's more to that story. Like, you can't end there with her. I need to see... If you're going to show that, I want to see what the future of that is for that person and what that experience does to her and how she moves on from it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm really excited for that. And I thought, in terms of setting up a female lead for this show, I think she was set up so well by these 3 episodes.
Yeah. And I need more B2.
The
droids are always the highlight of Star Wars for me.
I want more Fiona Shaw. I thought she was... I did not expect her to be as striking in these as she ended up being for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was really impressed with her performance through all of those scenes. And obviously we'll get a lot more of her because I think that the young Fiona Shaw... The 2 timelines of the show are going to continue. It doesn't seem like him being picked up is the end of it because we need to know what happens to his sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the thrust of the first season now is going to be looking for his sister, which is cool. And I'm into that story. I'm into this story. I'm into the show a lot. And I think Diego Luna at the center of it. He's so compelling, even in scenes where he doesn't talk very much.
Yeah.
He has that like wily, I am being hunted.
He says a lot without words.
But then when you get the scene with him and Stellan Skarsgård in this episode, that scene was unbelievable. Yeah. It was in the trailer, so like it was a little spoiled. It wasn't shocking to me, but in context, it's even better. And I'm just so excited for Stellan Skarsgård's character being this. He's so smart that he knows that invaluable piece of tech isn't the most valuable thing in the room.
Yeah. I also, like, I know Andor got pushed back, and I know that the advertising campaign for it ran a little bit long, but I don't feel like they overshared, which I think is good, and I think... Especially with that final trailer, people are like, okay, fine, like, we get it, whatever. But I would rather that than feel like they overshared the show to, like, before it comes out. So I think it was probably a tough decision on their behalf to make, but I'm glad for it.
What do you think of the decision to not have any of the Mon Mothma stuff that was such a huge part of the marketing thrust, to not have any of it in the opening 3 episodes?
This was the pilot.
Yeah, but I'm saying they marketed the show really heavily on Mon Mothma, and she's not in this.
Oh, next episode, I think for sure that she is. Mm-hmm. But this story was so important that I didn't miss it. I was like, no, we're gonna get to that, and it will be important because we'll have all this weight behind it.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't like upset. Like it's coming, and I know that I will enjoy it when we get there.
For sure.
But I didn't feel like I was like, I don't know, like spoiled or that I like was missing anything.
No, for sure. I agree. Yeah. I just, it was an interesting thought because the marketing leaned so heavily on her and didn't show a lot of Cassian, right?
Yes.
Like didn't show a lot of Cassian in, especially that first trailer where he's like almost not even in it. But is her name Genevieve O'Reilly? Is that the actress who plays, she's, the marketing put her on a lot of it and she doesn't show up in the first day. And there's a part of me that's, for people who are more casual fans, I do wonder if there were people like, I thought this show was about that white lady.
Yeah, I think that she was put in the marketing the way that she was for that. I want to say nostalgia, but it's not quite the right word. But for people who would be like, yes, it's her. I can't wait to like see her and like what she does. Whereas Andor, I think, is a little less like beloved in that way, like as a character. I think that Mon Mothma means a lot to a lot of people.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. I mean, she's
and
one
so-
of the few original trilogy characters that we still get stories about
And
live
so
action, right?
for them to sell the show, it totally makes sense that they put her like front and forward, even if she isn't that in that much of the show, which I do think she will be.
I have a feeling she's...
yeah,
especially season 2. I think she's going to be in every episode
She's
from
gonna be
here
very
on out.
prevalent, yeah.
It's just interesting. I thought that maybe we would get like a tease of her at the end of this episode. But no, nothing. And I'm fine with that because I'm going to watch every episode of the show many, many times.
Yeah.
Name a Star Wars thing I haven't seen. You can't. I literally don't think you can. Maybe one of the Ewok movies. Maybe. I know I've seen Caravan of Courage. I don't know if I've seen the other one.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You've never seen Caravan of Courage?
No.
All right. Well, that's a thing we might have to watch soon. We watched Willow last night, and that was fantastic.
Oh,
so
what a trip.
what a trip. The bones tell me nothing. But if you don't want to tell us nothing, if you want to tell us something, like this video, subscribe to the channel, or hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry. We must feed her, and the algorithm god is Fiona Shaw, and she was crying at the end, not because she's sad, but because she's hungry.
She's hungry.
She's a hungry woman, and she deserves some mean comments to feed on. If you want to follow us around the internet, you absolutely can do that. I can't stop you legally. I have no control over social media platforms, clearly, or else they would be better. You can do that. I'm over at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
It is a massive amount of hubris that I think that I could improve social media.
Yeah.
It is like an insane amount of hubris.
But I believe in you.
No, I know I couldn't. I just want to believe that there's a better version of this wrecked society that we live in. Do something nerdy tonight, y'all.
Wow. Okay, bye.
I like to end on a positive.